How's it going, guys? I'm Josh, and today I have so many boxes to open for you, and they're all fidget spinners. No, I'm just kidding. Today I have a bunch of photo-related stuff I wanted to show you guys. Quick little life update though. I'm living in Virginia for the next 2 weeks. I'm back home skating my local park. Here's a clip. And then after that, I'm moving back to New York for a good year to finish my last year at NYU. And then who knows? So anyway, let's enjoy the time here and get it going. So first off, before we actually open any boxes, I wanted to show you guys, I actually got some prints framed for my dad. He has an office and he wanted to get some art in there. So these are actually some of the prints available for sale on my website. And I haven't actually seen some of them printed out before. So it's kind of cool to check that out. This one is from my long exposure tutorial, if anyone remembers that. We've got Burano, Italy, an island just outside Venice that is absolutely beautiful. This is Channel Islands National Park, a little bit of star action. And let's see what else. We've got two more that I really like. I like to keep this one upside down. This is Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming, and you know, it could be either way. This is the right side up, but I think it looks pretty cool upside down. It's like a little bit disorienting, but it works. Last shot we have is, this is Rio Maggiore, by the way. Absolutely beautiful village. Cinque Terre is amazing. Great hiking, great pesto, because it's right near the region where they invented pesto. So anyway, I have these and a bunch of other photos on my site available for sale if you want prints. I don't actually frame them yet, but that's something I've been considering doing. So if you'd be interested, let me know. You can also just buy frames online. On that note, we're actually going to unbox a frame I got. So today we have three things we're going to unbox. First off, I have this frame, and as you can see, it is a very wide panorama-esque frame, and I'm really excited about this because we are actually going to unbox my very first panorama photo I've ever printed before, and it's of the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights in Iceland, and I'm super excited about the shot and the prints, and I don't know if it's going to look good, so we're going to experiment. And if it looks good, I might actually throw it up on my website for sale. So we're all going to find out lots of new stuff today. So first off, I just bought this frame. I think it was like $20 on Amazon. Nothing crazy nice, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it'll do the trick. There's not much to say about a frame, except it's gonna hold my photo. Super simple, black, and easy to install. Oh, and I also have a new camera that I'm gonna open up after this frame. Casually mentioning that I got a new camera. And this is the actual print. So I believe this is 36 by 12. That was really gratifying to open. A little bit of padding in there. And now for the prints. Okay, so we got a roll of tape to remove. Or we can just slide it out. Huh, just another protective thing. Okay, I'm going to show you guys first because I'm a generous person. And it might be upside down, but that's okay. You gotta be careful not to touch the actual print. Ooh, there it is, guys. Something to know about these prints is you could just put them up on a wall, super easy, or you could frame them, and I think they look much nicer framed. So I like just to get really cheap frames on Amazon and make my room look like a pretentious, artistic boys' college room. That's the goal. All right, this looks nice. I'm gonna put it in the frame right now so we can examine it better without having to worry about thumbprints. I'll show you guys how to put it in a frame. It's very easy. Just these little tabs you gotta push up, and actually you'll see it comes with stuff to install it against the wall. Remove the sticker. And a little secret just to keep things stabilized. You always keep one side of it with the tab still down so you don't have to take it all off, just a little bit. It is actually so long that I'm gonna have to take it all off. I know I said those words. I just want to take the time now to give a shout out to my neighbor who decided now is the best time to mow their lawn. Thank you for that. Removing plastic on these sort of things is like one of my favorite things in the entire world. Oh my god, it feels so good. And now we are finally all framed up. Here it is, the Northern Lights all framed up. Super wide panorama. I'm really excited about this. So a couple little details. I am going to put this up on my site because I am hyped on how this looked. So I'll put a link to that over here, where also I have a bunch of other prints for sale. And now let's open this new camera. So this camera is the Canon G7 X, and I know it's like the most popular YouTuber camera, And I think the reason why is because it has a flip out LCD screen. And I'll just open this up. The packaging isn't actually that impressive. I always like Canon boxes, but inside it's sort of, you know, warranty cards, instruction manuals, things we're not going to look at. We've got battery charger. See, it's not too sexy or anything. Got one battery, a little wrist strap, and I've actually ordered a neck strap that's kind of cool in leather. And then we have the camera finally. All right, so here it is, super tiny. And let me tell you about why I chose this. But first, let's see if it has any charge and get it on. Okay, the reason why I chose the G7 X, first of all, I traveled all over Europe in the last 4 months with my DSLR, and I'll tell you, it was sort of a pain. It was huge, and it took up so much room in my bag. And I'd go on like a 4-day trip, and I'd have twice as much camera equipment as I would clothes. And I realized like I need something lighter weight. And you'll also know if you watched some of my recent travel videos, I used my iPhone a bunch. Like in my Iceland video, that was like 90% iPhone. So I thought it'd be nice to have a slightly better quality long lens camera. And I think this is it. So, all right, we're on. Set the time and the date, May 16th. And we are all set. New York time, and it's on. Let me throw a memory card in this guy real quick. There's unfortunately no plastic to remove on the screen of this camera. So that's a major downside, Canon. But here, let me tell you guys real quick why I chose to get this camera. So yeah, I needed a good long lens camera with better quality video and audio than the iPhone, and this is definitely way better. It has the flip out LCD, so if I were to vlog, that would be a thing. And it's also nice for just getting lower angles, like when you want to get super low and not have to lie entirely on the ground. You can do that. It's also, the lens I think is really top notch. It's a 24-100 lens, which is a really big zoom range, but it can shoot at f1.8, which is a really low aperture number. Nice shallow depth of field, and the price point was actually pretty tempting. I think it was $670, which is not bad. There are some cameras with similar specs for like $1,000. There's the Sony, I can't even remember the name right now, but this is a pretty good deal, I thought, and we're gonna do the pocket test really quick. Boom. That's huge. Just having a higher quality camera that can fit in my pocket is amazing. We have this nice ring we can turn that can change the zoom, and if you want, it can change the aperture, I believe. And I really like that. Some of the other digital cameras actually don't have any sort of features that resemble a DSLR at all, and it feels just a little bit too easy. And I like, you know, it's actually like, it's the same motion. I'm very comfortable with this, so I like that. What I don't like about this camera, I'd say the one downside, is it doesn't have a viewfinder, which is something that a lot of the other cameras do have in the same price range. The LCD flips out just like so. I'd say all in all, the viewfinder is a trade-off for having this really nice LCD and long lens that can zoom in a bunch and have the low aperture number. It has its ups and downs. Oh, we have a flash. I hate on-camera flash, but I think it's going to do a really good job, and I'm excited to try this out in the field. I'm going to Portland for a few days next week. I think that this is the only camera I'm going to bring, so we're going to try some street photography with this and see how it goes. I'll have to get back to you guys on the images that this can shoot, because I don't want this just to be a vlogging camera. This is really supposed to be like a portable travel photography camera too, so we'll see. And hopefully we'll get some good stuff, and I'll be able to save my back on this Portland trip, because all that photo gear can really weigh down on the back, in the backpack. And it's touchscreen. This thing can shoot RAW, flip out LCD, HD video at 1080p, 60 frames per second, and it's all in all just a really solid, sturdy feeling camera. So I'm excited with this purchase, and I think that you guys are going to see some better video quality now with this guy, or at least in comparison to the iPhone, this thing's going to work wonders. There we have it. We got this amazing panoramic print of the Aurora Borealis. We got a great new camera with better quality videos coming your way. So if you want to see more photo tutorials, I have a bunch on my website. Link to that over here, and you can also check out my entire camera setup reviewed on my site. If you want to check out my Instagram to see photos with this camera and the backbreaking camera, link to that over here. Definitely follow me to stay updated with new videos and all of my favorite photos. And final thing, once I move to New York this summer, I'm going to focus entirely on doing videos. So I'm thinking maybe 3 or 4 videos a week, and I'm curious what you guys think should be the breakdown. It should be 50% photo videos, 50% skating, 75% photo, 100% photo. whatever you guys think. I'd love to hear your advice on what I should do, what you want to see, because I want to make the content that you want to watch with your eyes. Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading your comments because I love reading comments, and I believe that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you eventually.